What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. We are back to talk Bachelor in Paradise. We are here with Trent, Ryan.
Hello.
Hello,
I never know where the intro is going to go.
I didn't know either. That's why I said after you said hi, because I didn't feel confident in mine there.
I'm excited to be here. Happy to be here.
Have you here.
Thank you.
How are we feeling? It's another late night, guys. I gotta say, last time it was like the first time we were doing it, and it was like, we're back in it and doing it late. Second time,
I was fucked up the first time, so it was fun.
Yeah. True.
This time I'm just tired.
True.
I will say that the episodes were better, so it'll be easier to talk about.
Easier to talk about, but so much.
A lot,
which is sometimes overwhelming because it's 4 hours of honestly very good Bachelor in Paradise television.
Agreed.
They're giving us what we're looking for.
4 fucking hours.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot.
Holy shit.
You know what is crazy though?
It's currently 11:18 p.m. on Tuesday, and we're about to talk about 4 hours of Bachelor in Paradise, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't need to watch this show live, I would be watching it the next day.
I would binge watch the fuck out of this show.
It would be
I would wait till it ends and just
really, because I feel like this is one of the only shows that it being live makes the show.
No, you have to watch it live for sure. That's what I'm saying. I wish you didn't, but you have to.
Yeah.
And of course there are people that watch it on Hulu and they avoid being on social media and everything and watch it after. But the 2 hour live shows, when I watch Dancing with the Stars and The Voice, I always watch it the next day because you cut out so much. There's so many fucking commercials in a 2 hour show.
It comes down to an hour and 10 minutes if you watch it without commercials. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's a little bit longer. I would say an hour 24. That was actually what I was going to say.
Read your mind.
I thought it was an hour 10, but either way, it's a lot shorter.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
Why don't we do this on Tuesday nights? Hear me out.
I'm very interested to hear what you're going to say next.
We all cuddle into Fran's king-size bed and do it from there. And we just have those mics that sit in our hands.
Yeah.
We've done this in Miami
let's get rid of
before.
the set that we got.
Fuck it. Let's have a sleepover vibe. No. I'm not saying cutting stems.
Oh,
I'm
the
saying
podcast.
the podcast.
The podcast.
We all just go lay
That
into
would
bed
be
and
so
do it.
nice. However, I think that would actually make me fall asleep.
I want a blanket and some pillows right now.
I know.
So
I think that would. We have to being in this room though makes me feel like we're doing work.
For sure.
Let's get fired up.
Let's get
How about
fired up. F you.
Fired up. What does that stand for?
F you.
There you go.
Is that from something that I don't know?
Harley.
Fired up.
Harley Davidson.
We've been quoting Fired Up a ton because Chasen is literally Dr. Rick from Fired Up.
Chumbawamba. It's the soundtrack to my life.
It's such a good movie.
10 and a half.
good.
11 in Crocs.
I feel alone.
You've never seen Fired Up?
That's actually a movie worth
Trent.
watching.
Oh, you really?
I've never even heard of it.
Fired Up. This
You
is the thing.
fucking dickhead.
If you know Fired Up, boy, does it hit. It hits so good.
hard.
It hits so good. But I can also understand people who have never seen it because it was not a massive movie.
When did it come out?
I saw it in theaters.
2006.
Let's take a guess. Oh no, it was I remember I was middle school. I had the biggest crush on the older instructor.
2008.
Molly Sims.
Is that
Molly
her name? I don't
Sims.
know.
Yes.
Oh, and then because and the girl in is the girl from Disturbia, right?
Molly Sims, and then who?
The main blonde girl.
Oh, I'm thinking of Annalyn McCord, who's the.
Oh, yeah.
2009.
2009.
So yeah, that was
The
14.
main girl, I don't know her name, but I know Annalyn McCord was the rival. And
Yeah. That was my freshman year of high school. Sarah Romer. She's the one that's married to Chad Montgomery now.
What?
Yeah, Carly.
That's Chad Michael Murray's wife?
Correct.
And we had Chad Michael Murray on the podcast, and
Yeah.
I talked to him about his wife and not knowing it was the woman from Fired Up. Am I just realizing
Picturing
that right now?
you being Chad, let's talk about Fired Up.
Oh my God, are you I wish I knew. I would have complimented the success of Fired Up.
David Walton is his name. He plays Dr. Rick. He is also Dr. Sam on New Girl. And literally he and Chasen not only look alike, but Chasen acts like Dr. Rick so much. I can't take it. It's that cool
11 in Crocs.
11 Crocs.
Harley.
Carly. All right, let's talk about Bachelor in Paradise.
Harley Davidson. Carly
Davidson. All right, let's Monday night.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Trent, you gotta watch the movie. You'll really enjoy it. It's really.
I think you would like it. I think you would
Really?
think it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually do think you would think it's funny.
All right, I'll watch it.
It's like it's really stupid funny.
It's so stupid.
And I will say,
Want
like,
to hear the premise of it?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, so these two bros, they love chasing puss.
Kind of like Wedding Crashers a little bit.
I can't believe I
They
worded it
love
like that.
chasing puss.
But that's how they would say it.
Okay.
Like that's how they would talk.
Right.
I would not talk like that. That's how they would talk. And they join the cheerleading team and they want to go to cheer camp to get bitches.
Yep.
And so that's what happens.
Okay.
And then, from there,
They fall in love.
Shenanigans
unravel.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans
And I will
ensue.
say it's definitely one of those movies that, like, when you watched it as a freshman in high school, it was so fucking funny, and then you were like, am I gonna think this is funny as I get older? Yes.
I'm watching Fired Up when I get home.
I have watched it like in the last couple of years and was like, this is still funny.
I used to think the brunette kid was so cute.
Yeah, so cute. I think you would recognize the actors if you saw them.
Okay.
They are in other stuff. Okay.
I would rather talk about this for an hour.
I know. Take 3 of the Bachelor in Paradise recap. Here we go. Starting off with Monday, but before we do that,
even though summer is ending, that doesn't mean anything because you need sunglasses all year round. The sun is always shining. It doesn't matter if the weather is warm. The sun can shine in the fall, in the winter, the spring, and the summer, and you're going to need to protect those eyelids. You need to protect those eyes. Those baby blues probably get a little more sensitive.
They're
your eyes, your eyeballs.
They're
your
hazel.
eyeballs.
My eyes are hazel.
Oh my, wait, Trent,
Yeah.
can I tell you something weird
Sure.
and creepy?
Okay.
During cutting stems tonight, I looked into your eyes and I said, because the light was shining on them bright.
just
and
so happened to be when you said you'd
Yeah.
be willing to take your clothes
And
off
I-
on TV.
Right.
And I said to myself, oh my God, does Trent have hazelish green eyes? Because I have hazel eyes. And I was like, oh my God, does Trent have hazelish green eyes? But then you looked at me dead on and they looked blue. And they look blue right now, but take them off for a second. Oh my, they're blue. He has blue.
No.
They look blue from
They do
here.
They do look
They
kind
look
of blue
very
right now.
blue
Yeah.
right
I will
now.
say
Wait,
they
what
do
color?
look-
Wait, what color are my eyes?
Trent, I have to take a picture of your eyes. You got blue fucking eyes. Dude.
That cannot be a good picture, by the way.
I'm putting the flash on.
Just me without my glasses.
Don't blind him.
Oh my God.
Is this
Wait, you
still
have
part of the ad
bluish
read?
green eyes.
I thought I had hazel eyes for 30 years.
I gotta get a good picture of your eyes to tweet out and say what color your eyes. Wait, how are we gonna get a good picture?
Whatever color they are, though, he's got to protect them, right?
Oh, anyways, cut all that out. Anyways, I don't give a fuck if your eyes are hazel, they're green, they're blue, they're brown. You got to protect those bad boys.
Sure do.
You must protect them, and you got to protect them with Nectar sunglasses. Nectar sunglasses are the absolute best, and Nectar offers all shoppers free shipping and lifetime warranty, and they're offering our podcast listeners 25% off. So if you go to nectarsunglasses.com/CITO, you can shop Nectar sunglasses. They're very affordable. They start at $50. I have the Luray shade, and I also have the blue light glasses as well, which helps me when I'm on my phone, my computer a lot. So everybody check out Nectar sunglasses. They have tons of variety to choose from. We're all wearing them all around the office. So go to nectarsunglasses.com/CITO.
All right, Monday night, we had 2 new guys coming in. We had the Smoke Bros looking for their smoke shows. Chasen and Chris. We all remember Chasen. None of us remember Chris. We couldn't even remember whose season he was on. Katie or Claire and Tasha's. I think Katie's.
Oh, I thought we landed on
Oh,
Tasha's.
wait, no, we landed on Claire and Tasha's.
I think we did.
Claire and Tasha's. Because him
Chasen,
and Chasen. Yep. Take it back. They were both on Claysha's season. Chasen and Chris go in there. They have a date card, the double dates. We were put to an absolute miserable task of having to listen to them say smoke show so many fucking times. And they decided to, they're talking to the girls, whatever. They take Jasenia and Deandra on the dates. Chris clearly had his eyes set on Jasenia. Nobody else. He was like, I'm going in there. I don't care if she's got a man. I don't care. I'm taking her on a date. She's going to be mine after that. And everyone on the beach is like, Jasenia did say, if Chris were to come down. And it's so ridiculous because none of us know who Chris is.
Nobody. Even before the pictures of them came out, before filming or after, whatever, it was very obvious what was going on because why is Chris on my television? Why am I seeing him? What's happening? I don't remember this person. I never thought I was going to have to think about this person again. And then Jasenia's like, oh, I can't wait to see Chris. And then he ended up going on a date. Clearly.
You don't say that unless you know who. Unless you've talked to him before.
Right, because why would Jasenia know who Chris is?
Exactly.
She wouldn't.
She wouldn't.
She would not.
She's DM'd with Chris before.
Yeah, everyone would be like, what? And it was so obvious. And
he
then,
didn't
of course,
even get a rose.
No.
No one knows who he is.
He was there for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then it was so obvious because, then the picture, everybody's like, look at this picture Jasenia posted of all of them hanging out in San Diego. And Katie Thurston had commented, was like, we're all friends, like just friends hanging out. Don't care. You're all friends. That's fine. Sure. But you knew each other beforehand, so don't act like you didn't know who each other. Like, don't act like you're meeting for the first time. They go on their date, which is this Kama Sutra, breathing, hugging, snuggling, extra large bed date, which was very intimate and something that I would not like to do.
I liked it, and I'm going to stand by that.
I don't. I will say that I do not like people blowing on me like that. Like I don't like that. I don't like that feeling.
I just made a creepy noise. Yeah, you did. That was weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sounds like you like it.
I like it.
Yeah,
I do.
Sounds like you like it.
I don't want to talk about my preferences, but yes, oh my God, I have chills. I'm literally getting turned on across the table.
All I was doing was blowing at her. That's
no, I seriously got chills. I
hate
love that feeling.
Hate it.
Like if someone blows in your ear.
Do you like when someone blows in your ear?
Yes.
Hate it.
What?
I hate it.
Oh my God.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like I shiver in like a
like,
bad way.
Are you talking this specific situation where these people don't necessarily know each other that well?
No, in a
I'm
sexual
talking
way.
about even in like a sexual, like turn me on. Like that's not something that works.
Blow in my ear one time, my pants are coming off. Make that a clip.
What a quote. What a quote.
Oh, man.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a serious note.
Things would have gotten very,
I can see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can see how that could make somebody uncomfortable. But if it's something that you like and you're on the date with somebody that you're flirting with and you're interested in them, I would very much like it.
Oh, sure. I'm sure Jasenia liked it. I don't know how much Deandra liked it because I don't think she and Chasen really had that much of a connection.
Right.
And then on top of that, they had to do all the fucking poses where they're just like straddling each other,
holding them up,
like we're doing doggy style. We got them wrapped around their waist. Like it was very.
This show is
sexual.
Really getting into some things.
I'm too horny to watch this show.
We'll obviously get into the volleyball date on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Fran looks at me.
She is. Look. But like, so are these people. I can't imagine. There's just got to be rogue boners all over the place at this point. Like they're doing all these very horny dates.
We've had this conversation before, but how much sex do they have on this show? And how?
Well, we can clock it at 2 that we know of right now.
More on this season than past ones, I think. I think they're being so much more honest this season about it.
Which I like.
No, so do I. I feel like it's normal. It's like two people go out and they want to have sex. They're probably going to do that.
Yeah, and maybe it's because the show was gone for so long and now that it's back. Has the Boom Boom Room always been around?
It has, but it was not. I mean, maybe not the earlier seasons, but definitely the last season it was. Okay. Before they went on the break. But I do think that it is being discussed much more openly than it has previously.
That's how I feel, because I remember when we first talked about it, was like, I didn't even think about something like the Boom Boom Room. I think the conversation was like, where would they have sex if they were going to? Because it's all bunk beds in these little areas. Boom Boom Room is a great idea.
Yeah, Ashley, I did post on her story the other night that I saw, because she was doing like a Q&A about Paradise, and someone asked about that, and she was like, the boys are not allowed in the girls' bunks and the girls aren't allowed in the boys' bunks. What they have is the Boom Boom Room. Then there's like a couple other like private areas that people can be in. So
got it. Okay.
They go on that date. They come back. Jasenia and Ivan, it's done. She likes Chris. That's it. She basically said to Ivan, like, you check all the boxes, but the spark's not there. the spark is there with Chris, and I'm not sure yet if he checks all the boxes, but like, you know, he could do that eventually.
And we talked before we got here.
Yeah, and we
gotta, the show's gotta make a decision on how much they tell us about what's going on with all of these people.
100%.
Like, I'm okay with people talking before they go on the show. Obviously, people are gonna do that.
Yeah, of course.
Instagram is a thing.
Just be open about it. Don't lie to us.
Right, they have to be honest about it. And like, how much does Ivan know? Does Ivan know at all? Is he informed about it? Like, I had said on Cutting Stems that I like the idea of them being open about all of it because, all right, let's say that Jasenia and I'm now forgetting his name. Chris.
Of course you forgot his name.
Of course I forgot his name. Say they had been talking, and that's fine, and they're open about that. They talk about that, but then Jasenia gets to Paradise and starts to talk to Ivan, and they start to vibe, and Chris is still not on the beach yet, thinking that when he gets down there, Jasenia's gonna be like, "Oh, I've been waiting for you. I couldn't wait for you to get here." Oh, but now she's with Ivan, and those feelings are real.
Yeah.
Like, that brings even more drama into it. But right now, we're stuck in this weird in between phase where they're making us feel stupid.
Yeah.
Because we know that Jasenia and Chris talked before, so Ivan is just this weird placeholder until Chris gets there. It's just they need to pick one side or the other.
Right. It does feel like they are using contestants as placeholders, which has definitely happened before, when the idea was like, oh, like, I'm really excited for so-and-so to come down. I hope they do. But now it just feels like when people are hanging out beforehand and talking that it could potentially be some whole kind of plan, like with Brendan and Natasha. We could talk about that now, but I'm gonna say before that, did you have something you wanted to share?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm sorry to derail the conversation.
No, she gave me a look.
I tweeted, "Fired Up is such an underrated movie." First reply. It's popping up for me. It's not the first reply. "I just found out that the actress who played Carly married Chad Michael Murray." And then follow up, which makes the line about Eric Christian Olsen's character douching it out like Chad Michael Murray so much better. I don't know what line that is, but apparently there's a line about Chad Michael Murray, and it's funny because she married him.
Wow.
That's great. We're on the same page. I'm glad we're just.
I know. I'm sorry to derail the conversation.
No,
but
it's
I had
fine.
to throw that
We're
out
just
there.
having
It was
fired up,
important.
twinkled.
It's in the brain.
Sprinkled.
But all the replies like,
Good Lord.
Brody Dotto, Carly Fries.
Carly Davidson.
Sorry,
Okay.
No, it's okay. I am going to watch it.
Brendan and Natasha is what I want to talk about. This is where I'm confused, and I like, maybe my opinion will change when Piper actually shows up and we see how Natasha reacts. But as of right now, it just feels like they are in on something where they are like, okay, we're staying here until Piper gets here. However, there's really nothing in it for Natasha to be doing that. So maybe Brendan really is just straight up stringing Natasha along. It's possible. The only other thing is that Piper and Natasha like did know each other, and they knew each other before they were on the show. So I just don't know how there potentially couldn't be some kind of arrangement like, hey, I really like Piper, waiting for Piper to get here. You want to hang?
Are Piper and Brendan dating?
The room, like the articles that came out before Paradise even started filming was that they were seeing each other.
See, that to me is different than Chris and Jasenia if they had just talked.
Yeah,
like if
sure.
Brendan and Piper are dating, get off the beach.
Right.
Like, because then if Natasha doesn't know, and again, that's kind of what we're going back and forth about right now. But even if she does know, as a viewer, I don't want to play this game.
It's just so obvious that Brendan does not care for Natasha that much. Like,
right.
Their chemistry is just not there. You watch Natasha giving him this back massage or trying to make it this like sexual thing, and he like rolls over and I forget what she said, but it was funny. He had said like, what did he say? He was like, I'm something in America, and she was like, we're not in America.
Wait,
I don't remember.
What did he say?
What did he
He's
say?
like, I'm the something most man.
Oh,
in
I'm the
America.
sweatiest man in America.
Man in America.
He said, I'm this, and she was like, well, we're not in America. And then they laughed, and then they kissed, but it was like it was a very boring kiss.
Yeah.
It was like 3 pecks combined together. No make out, no nothing. That kind of kiss. Yeah, that kind of kiss to me means like, I'm just trying to make her think I like her I'm doing the bare minimum to make sure she thinks I like her.
I hate all of this. I hate having to try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
With a situation that we're probably not even going to really find out about.
Right. This is going to make Brendan kind of look very fuckboy-y too at the end of this, is what, just from the preview of like Natasha's reaction, seems like it's not going to be good.
Well, yeah, because you really do look like a fuckboy if say he is dating Piper.
Right. And Natasha was like, okay.
Right. Then you look like a real asshole. So I don't know how they can change it. I don't know what they're going to try to do with it. But like right now, it feels like I'd rather know way more than they're telling me.
I don't believe that Natasha didn't like fucking Google these people before coming on the show and like seeing articles. Like there's multiple articles about Brendan seeing Piper.
Yeah.
You know? So it is possible she just didn't see any of it at all. I don't really know how could be possible when she literally hosts a Bachelor-centered podcast. So
seems unlikely.
Like that's like part of her job is like knowing what's happening in the Bachelor Nation. So seems a little far-fetched to me. We also had a love triangle going on between Kenny, Mari, and Demi after Mari. Like it seemed like when Chasen and Chris came down, Mari was like, oh shit, like there are new guys coming and I kind of want someone to take me on a date. So she said to him, because they had an agreement of like, oh, we're not going to be going on other dates. We like each other. And she said to him, like, if a guy comes in and asks me on a date, I want to go. And he seemed not that happy about it, I feel like, and that but that did give him the green light. Kind
of amazing for Mari to blow it up on a hypothetical.
Right.
I found that interesting. It wasn't that someone had come down, was holding a date card and was saying, I want to take Mari on a date. She's saying, hypothetically, if someone asked me on a date, I want to go.
I don't think she thought that through all the way.
Right, because Kenny was not happy with what was the situation or the conversation that they had. And then he was like, oh, well, then I'm going to explore my options with Demi.
Yeah.
Because Mari went to Demi, told her what's going on with her and Kenny, and Demi was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm going to go make out with Kenny. That's paradise.
It is. And Demi, and not only is it that, it's just
taking
like...
my shoes off.
Yeah, they do it. They don't have the... it's one thing where the couples... It's one thing where the couples have the conversation of like, hey, we're not going to go on other dates. We're just going to be with us, like concentrate on each other. Then, yeah, it's shady if you start like making out with someone else, of course.
Right.
But when the doors are open and you say like, I'm open to seeing other people, and Kenny's like, well, if you were to go on a date with someone else, you could potentially be kissing someone on that date. So why shouldn't I be doing the same thing? And Demi did not hold back, which is why Demi's on this show. Let's be real. Demi is on this show to be doing exactly that, to be like, oops, my nipple's out.
I love it.
She's on this show to set the tone of what the show is actually about.
Yeah, Demi's not there to fall in love or get engaged again. She's there to fuck around, just wreak havoc on the beach. And I feel like people just need to accept that. Like, come on.
It's very refreshing to a degree when everyone else is coupling up so early on, where it's sort of like they lost the point of the show. Not everybody has to be making out with everybody and all this.
But there wouldn't really be any good twists right now if Demi wasn't there. Everyone would just be sitting on the beach like in their couples staring into each other's eyes.
There would be none. And you're right. So yeah, that's why Demi's great for this show.
Yeah, definitely. They clearly have a sexual chemistry, Kenny and Demi. Mari, upset about it, did not like it, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what happens. And then Demi had this whole cake that she made for him, 40th birthday, and Mari threw it in the fire. Petty, a little immature.
Petty, probably mad at herself a little bit.
Right. Riley being like, damn, I really wanted that cake was funny. It's like,
I like Riley a lot.
Wasting a good cake is just...
But power move by throwing it in the fire. That must have felt good.
I'm sure it was very therapeutic.
A little bit of an overreaction, but
yeah,
felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that could feel good.
Yeah, Kenny and Demi didn't waste any time. You know, they were in the boom boom room. They are getting it on. They're feeling each other. And I think they're probably in a very good place. Were in a good place sexually.
Quite a resurgence for Kenny. He's just the guy.
Kenny is the guy. They all like Kenny a lot.
Demi and Kenny are just there to have fun with each other.
Sure.
They have very clear sexual chemistry, but I don't see past that for them. And obviously we saw that in the second episode, but
Yeah, definitely. Grocery store Joe and Serena had a date, which was really cute. They had a little wrestling. They had dinner
like
in a
them.
wrestling ring, talking about their feelings, talking about Joe opened up more about the breakup. What's funny is because of the age difference, and not saying, you can't have a serious relationship in your early 20s, because you absolutely can, but the difference of like Joe being 35 and being like, Kendall didn't want to leave LA. I didn't want to leave Chicago. We couldn't find a middle ground there. And that was why they broke up. And then him flipping it and being like, I want to hear about your relationship. And her saying, I had this guy, like totally thought he was the one. Didn't work out. It's like, you had a college boyfriend, like who you always think your college boyfriend is the one until he's not the one.
Yeah, they've had very different experiences.
Right, like very different experiences. Doesn't mean that they won't work out together, because they clearly really like each other.
Joe is just so goddamn charming.
he so is.
Finding
out his middle name was Anthony.
It's just the way that
the Italian in her just tingled.
And the way that he is. I don't know. He makes mistakes, but he also like laughs at himself. Like it's
Every
just
so
time
charming.
he smiles, it is impossible not to smile.
He's so
I treat
charismatic.
it immediately in my head when he smiles. Justin Bieber's "You Smile" plays in my head.
wow.
When Joe smiles,
I smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That was really good.
Yeah.
It was.
I went and watched a music video after the episode last night. I hadn't listened to that song in a long time.
Because you were thinking about smiling because of Grocery Store Joe?
Yes.
Yeah, friend,
Well, I
the
wanna
Just
listen
Friend
to the
song,
song.
When Jamie Smiles.
Yeah.
Great song.
Jamie
Great movie.
smiles. Yeah.
Takes
That's
me
another good
miles.
one.
I
Takes
love
me
Joe.
miles.
I mean, he's so charismatic.
I actually don't think he's that charismatic, but he's like anti-charismatic.
No, that's what makes him charismatic.
I
is
agree
that
with
he's
that.
Not.
Yeah.
Right, he's just sort
But
of
he
like,
is. He's
I'm Grocery
so
Store
cute.
Joe. He is, and he's good looking. And
Yeah.
He's like hot.
He's very charming in a like, I'm a goofy guy kind of way.
but it's
But
not
also
forced.
like hot.
yeah. Oh, no,
Do you
also hot.
Do you think he's hot?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
yeah.
Like, personality aside,
I'm actually embarrassed how fast I was like, yes.
Me too. We both were like trying to say
Fucking losers.
but like you see him across the room and you've never heard him speak, and you're like, that guy's hot.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Objectively speaking, I mean,
looks.
his personality certainly does make him hotter, but we were all pretty in on Grocery Store Joe, even after the one night on Becca's season.
Early
yeah, but we saw
adopters,
his
yeah.
personality there too.
No, I know, but I'm
little
saying
bit.
that barely.
Barely.
But and that came more from just a look standpoint.
No,
of like,
but
this is
I
a
think he's
handsome
saying
guy.
like you never even heard him talk and you saw him.
Yes, I think I do find him attractive.
Yeah, I'd be like, he's
Just
hot.
outside.
But his personality's great.
Really good.
It is. It was a
Grocery
great
Store
date.
Joe fan club.
It was a
over
great
here.
date. The episode ended Monday night with the guys scrambling, trying to get a rose, seeing what's going on. Carl gave Deandra a Pandora bracelet from early 2000s. Everyone was making fun of the bracelet. It's tough. Nice gesture.
We're on to the second episode.
No, this was the first
Oh.
one. I think Carl gave the bracelet on Monday night, and then
Yeah.
Chasen gave the necklace on Tuesday night. So they're all scrambling. They're trying to make sure they lock in their roses. They're talking to people, and Aaron has felt comfortable with Tammy. It seemed like they felt like they weren't a good couple. Aaron keeps saying over and over again that Tammy was like, you gotta trust me, you gotta trust me, you gotta trust me. So he keeps saying it a million times. Tammy grabs tall guy Thomas and beelines for the daybed right in front of Aaron and his boys, and just does not hesitate. There was some hesitation from Thomas, like more on Thomas's part of being like, what's going on with what's going on with Aaron? I don't crossing lines. She was like, I don't give a fuck. Makes out with him
right in front of Aaron.
Straddles him, gets on his lap right in front of Aaron. He is, of course, very angry, but weirdly takes out all of his anger obviously on Thomas. Pulls Thomas to talk and is so pissed that Thomas would make out with Tammy. And in Thomas's defense, he's like, I don't know, man, She fucking came on to me. Like, what do you want me to do? Sorry.
Right. This was, Aaron's mad at Thomas, but like Thomas, like you're saying, he was sort of saying like, oh,
he
what's
didn't
your
do
situation?
anything.
No. And then, Aaron watching the whole time, kind of giving the play-by-play, being like, oh, they're pretty far apart.
Yeah.
They're pretty far apart. And then it was like, oh no.
Yeah, he's hitting on Tammy. He's flirting, and Tammy makes that move, and I don't know if Tammy thought it wasn't going to be like that big of a deal, or if she doesn't really know the extent of that hatred. But of course, Aaron was very upset about that. It's just when you get to different stages on the show, things are taken more seriously. Like, I know what Tammy had tweeted about, about her not caring when Aaron made out with Serena C.
Yep.
Right? But that felt like it was early enough where it was before a rose ceremony. It was before the first rose ceremony. You can kind of be like, we're, really trying to get to know everyone a little bit more, see what it is. I don't know when those, like, you gotta trust me conversations happened. Of course, it's really only been a few days.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Can't be that long.
Realistically, it's been like 2 or 3 days. So it's really not that crazy for Tammy to think like, I have an opening here with Thomas and I'm going to take it.
You also get emboldened by if you have the rose or not.
For sure.
Like if whatever group has the rose is clearly going to be far more comfortable. Tammy's like, I have the rose this week. I'm going to give it out. I'm not chasing a rose. I'm not going after a rose. So if
I'm going to make out with
if I like Thomas, if I think Thomas is hot because he's super tall, then I'm going to do that. And it's not going to affect whether or not she's there next week or not.
Yeah.
It might affect how, Aaron, like obviously it flips the next week and that can become a mess. But she was like, I like Thomas. I'm going to make out with him. And I liked it because I'm so off Aaron at this point, and I have been for a long time. That like a fresh installment of their beef that doesn't just have to do with Aaron and Thomas yelling at each other for reasons that feel like they happened 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Paradise has already been, I think, working in Thomas's favor.
Yeah.
Because I think people are just being like, this is really, like, Aaron's like starting to get really annoying.
Right. Aaron's shooting himself in the foot because he won't stop talking about it.
Yeah. And the other guys too, it's like Trey and James and all of them like saying all the bad shit about Tammy felt very unnecessary. Like and
no reason for it.
Trey saying his human trash bag behavior, aggressive,
really
fairly,
aggressive.
but Tammy.
So
so it's like, come on.
Yeah. I had said this on Cutting Stems, and I think it's a good idea because this beef goes back to when supposedly Thomas said that he wanted to be the Bachelor.
Right.
Or that he was maybe not there for the right reasons. I think that ABC should run a sting operation. You guys know about this. Because I like run a sting operation, actually present it to Aaron and all these guys who are still mad at Thomas. Actually pitch to them being the Bachelor. Like, don't tell anybody. Don't have any cameras there except like, undercover cameras, and actually present it and say, would you want to be the next Bachelor? Really, like, put papers in front of them, put the whole thing in front of them, and see what they say. And I know they would all say yes.
What would be really funny is if they did that on like a date on The Bachelorette. Like if they like took all the guys on a date, or like, I guess actually wouldn't work for that because obviously they would know they're already cast on The Bachelorette. Maybe like they would have to do it before, like during the casting of The Bachelorette, before you actually make it on the show to do that, to be like, would you like to be the Bachelor? But the thing is everyone would say yes. So what are they going to do?
Right. Everyone would say yes. That would be the proof.
I just want to catch Aaron saying that he wants to be the Bachelor.
I know, me
so
too.
bad. I want to catch Aaron on a hot mic.
More
than anything being like, bro, I just want to be the Bachelor so bad. Like, I really think I would change things for this franchise.
I really think if they
imagine
even today, if they like, if you had a high up exec call Aaron and say, hey, have you got a couple minutes to talk about some things? We got some ideas we want to throw at you. And he said yes. Yeah. And in that meeting, they say, we're thinking about having you be the Bachelor. Would you be open to that?
Bro,
let's prank call Aaron.
Get Chris Harrison.
Let's star 67 Aaron.
Or we get
Chris Harrison.
He's not on the show anymore.
No, I know, but Chris Harrison calls Aaron being like, they're bringing me back and they want to bring me back in a big way. It's with you.
He would believe it too.
I would say, or we just get Mills should just do a fake phone call Bachelor system.
It would be very funny. Because they're all going to say yes. But these two continue to go at it. And it went into Tuesday night. Aaron had a lot to say to Tammy that seemed...
My foot is so itchy.
Far over the top. Like, just, I don't know. He does not like Aaron. I mean, he does not like Thomas. We get it. He trusted Tammy. It didn't work out. Tammy, it made Tammy upset. But like I said, and Aaron is... I don't really understand Aaron. I would love to speak to Aaron in real life just to see what he is actually like in real life, because
I don't.
On his Instagram story, he's like, just remember, like, this is a TV show, everyone. Like, it's TV.
Yeah, it is a show.
Don't send hate to anyone. Like, it's all love. It's like, what do you mean? Don't send hate to anyone. It's a TV show. Are you saying this is all fake? Like, are you saying your hate for Thomas is fake?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
Are you saying you want to be the Bachelor right now?
Because
I'm kind of picking up on that vibe.
It's not fake because he's mad at Thomas on the show, but that's how he really feels. Like, that's the vibe that I get.
Yeah.
I think it's the vibe that everyone gets.
Excuse me, I'm itching my foot so hard right now.
Sometimes you got an itch. No one can see you doing it, so you're good.
My left foot has been so itchy lately, and there's nothing on it. It's just itchy, and I've looked up, like, what does that mean? Nothing good.
Nothing.
Like, what does it mean?
Like, superstition-wise.
Yeah. It's like, like when you look up what dreams mean?
Yeah. I don't think it's anything
What's
good.
the left foot thing mean? You get anything good?
I gotta get it right. Hold on 1 second.
The train is off the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means you will experience losses.
Oh.
Like
Dark.
human loss?
No,
That is
It
dark.
could mean anything.
Or you're just taking L's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If your foot itches, you may want to take your luggage out of storage. Trent.
What?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, is this a sign that me and Trent be together?
Stop itching that foot.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are we talking about Tuesday now?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, good. Let's continue to do that, but quickly before. We are all busy around here. You know, if you don't like to cook, maybe you don't even have enough time to cook. Daily Harvest is a great way to eat well if you're in a little bit of a crunch. I will say that for, dinners or breakfast, I hate cooking breakfast.
I don't cook at all.
You hate cooking in general.
I mean, I don't like to cook in general, but specifically breakfast, I just don't have the energy for that. I need something that's quick, easy. So that's why the Daily Harvest smoothies in the morning are so good. They're my favorite. And then at night, the flatbread, specifically artichoke and spinach, is so good for dinner. And they're so quick, so easy to do. Daily Harvest delivers straight to your door. Delicious food, all built on organic fruits and vegetables. It takes literally minutes to prepare. I've never had to think twice about if the food is good for me. I know it's coming from a great place because they never use preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything. They also just recently launched their almond milk, which is spelled MYLK. It's made of only almonds and a dash of sea salt. That is it, which is great because for the smoothies, it's great to put a little almond milk in there. Their smoothies, I will say, are probably my favorite thing. They have like more savory ones, more sweet ones, but the morning ones you can do with nice fruit, which is so delicious. And Daily Harvest is just top notch. Like I said, the smoothie.
When I
so
think
quick.
of Daily Harvest smoothies,
You think of?
I think of the time we were in Florida and
Oh my
we got
God.
there and your mom said, would you guys like some smoothies? And it was like the perfect day to have smoothies.
Yeah.
And she whipped up the Daily Harvest smoothies and it was so good.
So good. Yeah, my mom's fully stocked on her
Yes.
Daily Harvest at all times. She also loves them. So just another reigning endorsement. Daily Harvest is undeniably delicious, clean food without the prep. Like I said, straight to your door. So to get started today, go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code CHICKS to get $25 off your first box. That's promo code CHICKS for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com. Once again, dailyharvest.com, promo code CHICKS. Rose ceremony. We weren't quite sure what was going to go down here because the guys were going home and Trey.
Oh,
and
guys, thank God. It's not the left foot, it's the left toe.
Oh my God.
The left toe indicates losses. The left foot.
Thank God. We were so
Yeah.
extremely
implies
worried.
that a journey I'm on isn't too much fun.
Wow.
What the fuck does that mean?
Weird.
Jeez.
Never heard of that. You know?
Trey and Tajwan left the show,
sorry.
guys.
They did, yeah.
They did. Who gives a fuck about my itchy foot? I know these people listening and watching hate me right now. I hate me too, but my foot is so fucking itchy that I had to talk about it.
Fair.
You can't stop. This is the thing, though. You can tell you're itching because it's under the table.
Yeah.
So if you just keep itching, you're good.
Right.
You're good. You itch as much as you do.
I
It
make
looks
you
like
guys
you're
uncomfortable.
doing something under there, but people don't know what it is.
Oh, my. I don't even say it.
Noah. Noah.
I mean, I'm just saying what people are going to be seeing.
I gotta stop itching my foot. It's itchy though, but I'm gonna stop.
Okay, Trey
I got cortisone cream on my
and
desk. I'm gonna put it on my
Tajwan
foot.
left before the rose ceremony, kind of out of the blue. No, like not really a full explanation. Unsure what happened. Trey was just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it with Tajwan. I think it's time for me to go. Went up to her and was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. She was like, okay. He leaves, and then she was like, well, now there's nothing here for me. I'm gonna leave. So they both are out of there. They both send each other home. Send themselves home. And then in the rose ceremony, before the rose ceremony, Lance Bass comes down. We've seen him twice. And he says, hey,
Fucking
guys, my
Lance
stint
Bass.
here has come to an end. I got one last thing to do. We got another person here I want to introduce you to. Hypes it up big time.
Big time.
It's Becca Kufrin.
The Bachelorette.
The Bachelorette. Holy shit, guys. The Bachelorette has made it onto the beach of paradise.
You would have thought
Never to
Margot
be-
Robbie showed up.
Yeah, never to be done before. Carl's eyes popped out of his head.
I feel like they should have set some groundwork on that before, because we've been watching the show for a long time, and I did not realize that a bachelor or a bachelorette had never been on Paradise. Like
Never.
that maybe if they had like sort of somehow mentioned that before, it would have felt like a bigger deal. But when Becca showed up, I was like, oh, that's Becca.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, a lead is now coming to Paradise. Like that is just huge. It didn't feel that big.
Yeah.
Lance Bass tried to make it seem like it was a really big deal, but it just felt like she was coming onto the show in a different way.
But it also is funny the way they just like reacted to like I don't even know. It was like they're all the supporting cast. Like they're all the fucking extras in a Broadway show, the dancers in the background.
Right.
And in comes the fucking lead of the show ready to go on vacation with the rest of the dancers.
It's so strange. And in a weird way, it's like, oh,
It's kind of
Becca-
like how people act when like Dave is around here.
Or it's like when like they're saying that Becca, like, I can't believe she's coming to Paradise. Like, why?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's almost like you're
Why
not
does she need to be here? She's the Bachelorette.
right. Like if they had done it the other way, like if Becca had showed up the same way Kendall did,
Yeah.
I'd have just been like, oh, Becca's on the show now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought about any part of this. But she's there now.
And she is the first one
True.
to do it. So I think producers probably really dished it out for her and rolled out the red carpet because she definitely didn't need to be going to Paradise. But if she had the interest, she was joking, third time's a charm.
She's single.
She's single.
Why not?
See what happens. And, you know, she's so sweet. I really like Becca a lot. So I do hope she finds a good match because, you know, obviously Garrett was just not the one.
Not a good match.
That was certainly not the match. The rose ceremony, the women were handing out the roses. The most shocking pair up, some of them, like Demi, you know, gave a rose to Kenny. So, I mean, Mari had a rose. She gave it to James, which we're just kind of starting to see them talk to each other.
Yep.
Deandra said,
Oh, she's got the necklace
my
now.
God, I forgot about
She's
the
got the
necklace.
necklace
We didn't
now.
even talk
That
about
happened
it.
right at the beginning of the episode.
That happened right at the beginning. We mentioned the bracelet.
Oh my
what
God.
I know Rhea's gonna die. Chasen
Tuesdays are such long days.
Chasen gave Deandra this absolute ridiculous fake giant diamond chain that was so hideous. It's just so funny because it's
If
like
it was real, it'd be sick.
yeah, of course, but it's like the producers who decided, hey, let's get all this shit, that we need.
Yeah.
Couldn't have got something cute, like maybe like a cute little dainty necklace, something.
Nope.
That thing was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Blake was on his Instagram stories being like, yeah, the producers get all that shit beforehand, and then they decide when they want to give it out to people at the right moments.
What producer picked that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who thought?
Well, who thought that would
like
be
this would be a great gift. This ugly ass fake
like
diamond
that would
chain.
be a sick diamond chain if you purchased that and you could afford it, and people saw it on your neck and they were like,
Right,
"Oh, that
right,
bitch can
right,
afford
right.
a diamond chain like that. It's fucking cool." But a fake ass
And
chain
also,
like
you're
that,
trying to
no.
get me to believe that like one, Chasen brought that on his own to give to a girl, or two, Chasen had that on him as something that like he wears.
Right.
Either way,
No.
it doesn't
Either
work.
way, it's horribly ridiculous.
Right.
So Deandra, hated both of them, really. She
Yeah.
gave the bracelet back to Carl. There was a terrible confrontation
Noah
between
just
Carl
lifted
and...
his, whenever I laugh, Noah lifts his headphones off his ears. I just saw him do it.
Just a little air
He
in there.
literally just went like this.
That is funny. Carl confronts Chasen about the timing. Hey, you known her one day. Give her this bracelet. Looks like you're trying to one up me. You're just Captain Upperpants.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Really good.
That's gonna
Good
live
stuff by
around
Carl.
forever. I that'll stick. Captain Upperpants is funny.
So bad it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that just came to him. You could tell. Like we're talking a lot about producers and
Yeah.
what they do and what they don't do.
No.
Carl was in the heat of the moment.
That
and he
was
said,
straight
you
from
one-upped
Carl.
me. You're Captain Upperpants.
It's so bad that he came up with it on the spot, and that's what
Unlike
makes
Captain
it good.
Underpants.
Yes.
Great books.
Great books.
Great books.
Remember those?
You might have.
ad-libs?
I don't want to
You don't-
age you, Trent.
No.
Oh my
but
god, you don't know Captain Underpants?
They've been around
You
forever.
really are fucking old.
Who was Doug
just-
Funny's superhero character?
Huh?
Quail
That's who I always think of.
cat. Right? Am I making
Quail
it up?
Man.
You're
Quail
gonna
Man.
tell me you don't know who Captain Underpants is?
I think I'm
I think
somewhat
you would,
familiar.
if you saw
Yeah.
the cover of the book, you
I
would
think I would.
recognize it.
When
But
the new one
You
came
just
out,
showed me
and you
Theo.
just go to Barnes and Noble and
oh my god, he had
Borders.
all of them. Yeah,
Borders
yeah.
or
That sounds very familiar.
Captain Tra-la-la. It's like a comic book.
it's
Yes.
interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah, I
that,
know what that
I didn't know
is.
that
I definitely know what that is.
girls like that.
Yeah.
Girls like Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
I liked
Oh, love
the Captain
Love
Underpants ad lib books. You
Yeah, I had
remember
the
those?
whole.
Oh, you could
know
fill
how
them
I
in?
have the
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yes, I
box
remember
set of
those.
Harry Potter on my desk. It's
Yeah.
like in the thing. The box set of the Captain Underpants.
Wow.
Yeah,
books
these
as
were
well.
fun. Captain Underpants, and
yeah,
then
I
you
got
fill in your
those.
own story with Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
Those were good.
Those were great. Well, Chase.
I just want to be back at
I,
school.
honestly, I was like, I just wish I was that age. again.
Yeah. Chasen is
Not
now
editing this
Captain
fucking
Upperpants.
podcast.
Oh, Chasen's now Captain Upperpants. But Deandra basically said "fuck you" to both of you guys, and picked Ivan to give
I
her a
love that
rose
move.
to. Fantastic.
Makes
It was
me
like,
so happy.
Carl, Chasen, absolutely suck it. That was about it. Apparently, according to Reality Steve, so that's according to Reality Steve, Becca had gone to the beach and they didn't air this, but Chasen had been like telling everyone that he and Becca had were hanging out before the show or something, and Becca confronted him and was like, "You're so just on the show for clout, it's ridiculous." That's what Reality Steve said, but
They should have
clearly
showed
didn't.
that.
They clearly didn't air that. But Chasen, Carl, Connor B sent home. It was just those three, right? Yeah, because Trey left on his own.
Yep.
So, look, Paradise, once again, not kind to Connor B. He did, at least he will be happy that he got his songs out there, because Lance Bass did, he did share that he felt like Connor B was maybe not on the show for the right reasons. He said that when he came to the beach, the first thing Connor said to him, because Lance had already seen the episodes and Connor had not seen them yet,
Yeah.
was that, did his song air during the episode, is what Lance had said. And Lance was like, I think he might be here for his music.
Interesting.
And he's really got us all with the pouty
Yeah.
face and the.
I mean, it's like, of course he's there for his music, but like he's. What do you mean? He's playing his fucking ukulele nonstop. You can't get this guy to stop singing and making songs.
It's like Jed hopping out of the van and with his guitar.
You just can't get this guy to stop. Of course, that is part of the reason. But boy, did he look sad. An end for Connor B. He didn't stand a chance against Riley.
Was it Monday night when Connor wore his outfit?
Yes. Oh my God. I got to start writing shit down. This is just ridiculous. It's just too much. I try to do it off the top of my head, and that's probably stupid. I got to start writing. That outfit was hideous.
Hideous.
They were all giving him props that they liked it. And then it was also pathetic because he was in that outfit when Taj Mahal was like, by the way, did you know that they were in the Boom Boom Room? And he was like,
what?
Oh, no. Like, he's like he was trying to get a date with Marissa, like being like, I'm going to set up a date, me and you, just us. She's like, haha.
She said, we'll see.
He was so oblivious. It was crazy.
Connor's homies
tell him,
are too nice to him.
Right. And
you need some friends that are going to make fun of you a little bit.
They were all, well, unfortunately for him, I think when he came out in that outfit, he thought they were all like hyping him up, but they were really laughing at him.
Or pity, like.
It was just sort of like, oh, look at that outfit. Like when we were all it was pretty obvious that they were being like, that's something. But Connor was like, they're feeling this right now.
Yeah.
And then he
Poor
walks
Connor.
over and like has no idea.
Yeah.
It was the end for Connor. After the rose ceremony, we see some new people showing up. We got Tia coming to the beach. Kenny and Demi seem like they've been in a good place. Demi, they're hitting it off. But Tia comes in. She's talking to the guy, sees who she wants to take on a date. She takes Kenny on this date. And they do actually, I do like this as a couple. And the grocery store Joe was the one who said it too. He's like, Tia was on my season. Like, I actually think that could be something between the two of them. I trust Joe's judgment. They go on this date. And it's naked volleyball. Unbelievable. 3 people walk down the beach. A guy, 2 girls. We don't know anything about them except that they're, hey, you want to play some volleyball?
Sure.
And then they take their clothes off. And it really did seem like they got fully naked. I know Kenny wasn't fully naked when he got to Paradise, but, these girls were seeing, you could see them pulling their bikini bottoms off.
They were naked. They were naked.
They're naked. The tops were coming off.
They had full titties out, full vaginas out.
Yeah.
Then Tia took her top off. Kenny took his bottoms off. And they were all naked.
Yeah.
They were just naked. And it was all flowing.
I feel like
Tia kept saying wiener. Flaccid wiener, she said at some point.
In the past, I don't think this is the first date where the non-contestants, like, people would get naked. Like, there would be some sort of nude beach or something. But normally the contestants would not participate.
No, I don't think we've ever seen contestants besides Blake Moynes get fully naked on this show.
But, like, this is, like, real nudity.
Like Tia took her top off.
Yeah.
Took her top off.
Tia's titties were out on TV.
They were out. Something I did not think I was going to see tonight or ever.
I think Kenny's dick was too, because she kept talking about seeing it. She said, cheers to your schlong.
Well, Kenny's dick was definitely out, and I don't think Kenny has any shame with putting his dick out because his dick's all over the internet anyway.
Correct.
So it's like,
I forgot about
Kenny's
that.
comfortable being naked.
Yeah, he is.
Tia, on the other hand, I did not see that happening, but it happened.
You know what? When you're on the beach, you're in Mexico, everyone's popping their top off.
Pop your lid off. Pop your lid.
Right, pop it off.
Boobs are great.
Boobs are great. Boobs are always nice.
And look, even
if they're not,
to discriminate against boobs, certain people's boobs, but Tia has great boobs. So
She
I'm
does.
sure she was like,
Yeah, why not? I got great tits.
I'll
whatever.
let Kenny sneak a peek here.
You know when you got good boobs.
Exactly.
You gotta let them out.
So, did they actually play volleyball? Yeah, there was some volleyball.
I have no idea.
There was a clip of them running around a little bit. Then they got to sit down and chat about it. And that wasn't until then that Kenny told Tia, what was going on with Demi and whatever. And Tia's reaction was very funny because she was like, "Oh, good, the one person who will literally murder me."
Right. It's funny that Kenny didn't mention that before.
Yeah.
Like in Tia's original conversation with Kenny.
I would think he would have said it like when Tia was like, "Hey, do you want to go on this date?" And him be like, "Yeah, I would love to. Just want to let you know."
Yeah.
I've been.
And usually like the person in Tia's situation would say like, are you seeing anybody? Are you vibing with anybody? That never came up, and it turned out it was Demi, and that's just worst case scenario for Tia.
It definitely is. That is going to blow up in some way, but I do hope Tia and Kenny kind of make it through it. I weirdly do like them.
They're going to make it through because, like Rhea's been saying, Demi and Kenny are there to have fun.
Yeah.
They have great sexual chemistry. I don't know if it goes any deeper than that, but Tia and Kenny might be a connection there.
Yeah.
And they've played naked volleyball together, and that, that's a lot.
Right. Becca gave her rose to Aaron. So Aaron is still here. I don't know if Aaron and Thomas are going to have anything more with Tammy, because we do know that I think Becca and Thomas are going to potentially have something. So that's going to be interesting with the Tammy dynamic, what goes on there. And then besides that, the last thing we had was Grocery Store Joe just being not the last thing. Oh, God almighty. Noah and Abigail had a very serious conversation that was confusing. Not really sure what they were talking about.
Are they over? Are they not over?
It was like, are we friends? Are we more than friends? Do we just like give up now? Is this just like all for nothing? Like Noah seemed confused. Abigail seemed confused. I think they're both like nervous to go in deeper. They've been a little surface level. And Abigail also openly admitted that she friend zones a lot of the guys that she goes out with. So this could be a little bit of a self-sabotage from Abigail here.
I think that's definitely her worry on her end, that she's doing it again. Because she's even said that her and Noah aren't as physical as some of the other couples on the beach.
Right.
So she's probably in the back of her head worried about friend zoning another guy that she likes. Noah, I have no idea what's going on in his head. He doesn't talk
He's
that
doing
much.
nothing.
He's
got some good one-liners, jokes, but he just seems like a spectator.
He's always laying there. It seems like it always seems like Abigail just woke him up, and then they start talking.
Yes.
It's just I don't know what's going on.
He's just chilling hard.
Right. He didn't even bother to sit up to speak to Abigail when they were having this conversation.
He might just be high as fuck on that beach all
day. Could be. Who knows? But where did they actually leave it? I don't remember. Are they together or no?
It was it wasn't like it was over, but it was like
it's over.
We gotta talk about it more, and I do think that is gonna happen. The last arrival was Kendall coming down on the beach, beelining it straight to Joe. No host, no nothing. She's saying, look, we were together for 2 years. We've broken up for about a year. We broke up there was still love between us when we broke up. I don't think that stopped. The worst thing would be, him being with someone, getting down here, I want to talk to him. She goes right to the daybed. They're all laying down together. And Joe is like, I would love to know what Joe was thinking in that moment, because he was on his back looking up.
Yep.
And just putting his eyes up and just seeing Kendall smack dab in front of his face, being like, hey, butthead.
Oh my God, I hate it so much. I hate it so
butthead.
much. I genuinely gagged. I know that sounds like I'm being dramatic. I genuinely got nauseous when I heard that. It was painful. I feel so bad for Joe, because it's like he's trying to get over his ex. He's starting to like Serena, and then they're just like, boom, here's your ex, and not only here's your ex, she's gonna call you
her
a
pet name.
She's gonna call you a pet name, which I hate. I hate butthead as a pet name.
Right, and Joe on his
butthead really is not a good pet name.
I hate it. It's
not ideal.
It's like your relationship is so like fucking Blue's Clues.
Oh my God.
Your relationship is Blue's
I
Clues.
actually am so embarrassed.
Why?
I just realized that during Cutting Stems, I said the Reese Witherspoon movie was Sweet Home Alabama. It's fucking Legally Blonde. God, I mean, really? Really? No one corrected me on that. I'm looking at you two. And I'm looking at Kelly, and I'm looking at you, Noah.
Either of those movies.
And Gia and Devin all in the room.
That was a misstep by all of us, including yourself. I'm looking at you.
I know.
Yeah. Get a mirror.
It's such a Legally Blonde line. She says it in the car to Luke Wilson. Stop being a butthead. And Luke Wilson goes, did you just call me a butthead? And he's like, what do we need? Oh, unbelievable. I'm sorry,
Butthead
everyone.
is so Nick
Apologies.
Jr. And I love Nick Jr., but
God,
it makes me
Sweet
feel
Home
uncomfortable.
Alabama. I'm embarrassed.
It's okay.
Anyway,
Anyways.
Kendall is there to just blow up Joe's life. And I feel the worst. I mean, I feel bad for Joe in this situation, but you got to feel bad for Serena.
I feel so bad for Serena because
Yeah.
Serena's fallen for Joe. Nobody wants to see the ex-girlfriend come in.
And Kendall's beautiful and confident, and like she has time on her side of knowing Joe for so long. And going in and using the pet name is just like a subtle like, hey, guess what? Like, I fucking know this guy.
Yep.
You've known him for 5 days.
That could also creep him out.
I wonder.
Probably doesn't creep him out because they loved each other and whatever. But at the same time, he's probably like, well, I do like Serena, so this is awkward. For
sure, but there has got to be a rush of emotions.
There has to be. Joe, of course,
this is where
he's
they
going to be
fell
thinking.
in love.
Of course, he's going to be thinking in his head, what the fuck do I do right now?
Yeah.
Right, because on his one-on-one date with Serena P, he did say that it's over, the feelings are gone. But that's not.
I know.
Like,
I do wonder if Grocery
true.
Store Joe is willing to get engaged on this show, though, because like we all thought him and Kendall were so legit, but he never actually proposed. Like that, like came to an end, and then like in the real world they made it work, but there was no actual engagement.
Joe doesn't seem like a propose in paradise type of guy.
I know. I don't think so either.
I think he's got to take the relationship.
But what
to
if
the
he
real
wants
world.
to prove
Chicago.
something?
Chicago.
Yeah, wants to prove
But
something.
he might want to
Specifically.
prove something. He might propose to prove something.
I hope Serena's willing to live in Chicago because that certainly seems like a deal breaker.
It's kind of. I feel like they should have asked that by now.
Also,
Like,
She's
That-
Canadian.
that was the deal breaker. So it's like, would you live in Chicago?
Yeah.
Or
why
are
doesn't
we
Joe
doing this?
just date in Chicago? Like if he
make
wants
things a
someone
little
from
easier.
Chicago,
Yeah.
just date a bitch in Chicago,
I
Joe.
make things a little bit easier, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll just continue strong with the Canadian American Bachelor Nation couples.
Yeah.
Because look, we got Kevin and Astrid. They're happy up there in Canada. Blake and Katie are doing this thing. Caitlin Bristow, technically Canadian. You know, she's been here for a long time, but she's Canadian. Jason. So
That was
it's
more examples than I thought. And that's
I know.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
man.
Serena and Joe, they'll get through this.
I hope
think.
so, but boy, was that just
Kendall's gonna go home.
butthead.
Stop reminding me. It really made me so
Butthead.
physically uncomfortable.
It's like from Legally
And that might
Blonde.
be a me thing. Maybe I'm not comfortable with my own.
Look,
emotions,
I'm all
but-
I'm all for a pet name and the privacy of your own relationship and being ooey gooey if that's what you want. But
Like it would've-
butthead
I
is like
think
also so not a compliment. It's like
No.
it's like
Oh my God.
butthead's like you like it's like she came in and said, "Hey goober." Like
Yeah.
You know, it's like when people call their boyfriend or girlfriend poopy.
Oh, I don't know that one.
poopy.
Yeah, I've never heard that. Poopy.
Yeah, no. I thought you were gonna say pookie, but poopy too.
It would have been. It still
like-
would have been weird.
I'm sick. I've
Yeah.
seen it before on
Ooh.
Instagram. and captions.
Ooh. It would have
It
been still
pains
weird
me.
if Kendall had shown up, saw Joe, and said, "Hey Joe, can we go talk?"
Yeah.
And then when they got alone, he should have been like, "How are you, butthead?" But instead, she just opened with it,
It
and
almost
it made
seemed
it
Oh
weird.
my god! I think if a
Yeah.
guy called me butthead,
There were
I'd karate
so
chop
many
him.
people around too. Like there were so many people
So
in
That
that
was the
area.
craziest part, that he seemed to be the last person on the entire beach to know she was there. Everyone
no
else
idea.
was like,
I
looking
loved
around.
Ivan's reaction, like so pure. He was like,
no.
"It's Kendall." Then he goes, "Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy." And then it was he like tries to introduce himself, and she's like, "Where's Joe?" I think he's over there.
Oh,
I really like Ivan, and I want to say this on this show that I think he should be the next Bachelor.
I like
That's a good
Ivan a
pick.
lot too. I do. He seems like really a sweet man.
Every time I see him on the TV, I'm like, yeah, that's just like a really nice guy.
Agreed.
And I think he's looking for something. I don't know if he's going to find it in Paradise.
Yeah. So we got slapped with that fat cliffhanger. We're gonna see what happens when Hey Butthead, then straight into the preview for next week. And we're gonna see, but it does not look like Joe. You know, it's gonna be a lot for Joe to process. It is.
There's going to be some
Poor
tough
Joe.
conversations.
Joe needs a
Definitely.
hug.
Definitely is. And it seems like more is gonna happen with Noah and Abigail as well. I'm hoping they work through whatever this is, because I do like them as a couple a lot.
I think they might get through it because I still don't totally know where they stand right now.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I think that wraps up this week.
Wow,
We did it, guys.
we did it.
See you next week.